Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Psychotria, and I'm here to celebrate. That's right, celebrate. It's been a full year of making videos. And to honor such a momentous occasion, I thought it'd be a good idea to do a Q&A video. So I put out the message on Facebook and on Twitter. I asked for your questions, and you have delivered. I got a bunch of questions, and I'm going to answer them for you. So let's dive right in. What is the most disappointing game that you've played? The most disappointing game that I've played was Halo 4. Now, I wasn't like super excited for it. I wasn't counting down the days until it was released, but I was genuinely interested in it. You know, Bungie finished up, they wrapped up their Halo stuff with Halo Reach, and the mantle got passed on to 343 Industries. And I was really interested to see where they were going to take this, take the franchise in what direction. And what came out didn't really make sense to me. The story was really confusing. Characters were just bland and forgettable, and the gameplay was not that all great. You know, I played the campaign through and through. I didn't like it. I played some of the multiplayer and didn't like it. If anything, the one thing that I did like about it was Halo Infinity, the little Spec Ops side missions replacement for Firefight, but that got really old really fast. It just, Halo 4 did nothing for me, and it really has set the bar low for Halo 5. I don't own an Xbox One or a PS4, so I don't anticipate myself playing those games anytime soon, but I gotta tell you, Halo's bar is like really low. Do you consider games to be a form of art? I think of games like movies. Movies can be these big, important, you know, existential, transformative, artistic pieces of expression of like raw emotion. But you can also have like Michael Bay popcorn garbage. And gaming can be the same way. You can have games that really, you know, trigger emotions. They could move you emotionally. They could really, you could have a physical reaction to it, you know, the adrenaline pumping, stuff like that. But you could also get like, you could also have games that are just really, you know, the cash grabs, you know, the Call of Duties and the games like that that are just these massive sequels and franchises that, to be honest, are they really in there for being art? I'd say no. What is Psychotria, and what is an appropriate gift for a one-year-old YouTube channel? Psychotria is the username that I use for all my gaming related stuff, and I've been using it since about 2009. The story behind picking that name isn't really that interesting. I was just going to Wikipedia and clicking through the random article button, and I landed on this page for a plant. A genus of flowering plant in the Rubiaceae family. It's just a plant name. I think there's some strings of the plants that might have psychedelic powers, but really, I just thought it sounded cool. A good gift for one-year-old YouTube channels is either liking their videos or subscribing to the channel. I mean, nothing's better than knowing that, you know, people give you a thumbs up for your work. And that's all I want, thumbs up. How did you get into making videos specifically about video games? Well, I think I really started taking videos seriously around like 2005, 2006. That's when I kind of adopted my parents' High 8 or Super 8, you know, Handycam. And I started making, you know, home videos with my friends. We're making parodies of movies, we're making action movies, comedies, music videos, and I was even dabbling with animation. But that kind of took a backseat through the rest of high school and college. I got back into videos in grad school, and I was just really like, you know, I'm not that bad at this. Because being an artistic person, you tend to be very overly critical of yourself. Like music, I was all that way. I'm no good. I don't belong to be in this music program. Everyone's so much better than me, and you know, my art's not that good. I can't. But like with videos, it was like the one thing where I was like, you know, I'm not that bad at it. So I really pursued that. I was doing internships. I was working on projects, and that's how I got into video making. I got into making videos about video games for a number of odd reasons. The first one being I moved down to Virginia, and I left a lot of my friends behind, a lot of the friends that I would have loved to make videos with. So I wanted to make Let's Plays, not to become a Let's Player YouTube famous, but to kind of try to rekindle that experience of playing games with my friends, even though they're, 400, 500 miles away. Does it really work? Maybe. I would totally love to get into like a back and forth, like, I say, hey, Frank, how about you play Resident Evil 4, and then I'll play Resident Evil 5, and, we'll talk about it, and, I'd love to get into some kind of collaboration with my friends that way, but I don't know. They might not be interested in pursuing that, and that's fine. I still do videos about video games for other reasons. The other one being, since my friends are so far away, it's hard to make videos by yourself. But when you're recording game footage, you don't have to do camera work. You could, record it and cut it and still make something pretty decent out of it. So there's a way for me to still make videos, but not have to be manning both the video camera and being on screen, which is kind of what happens when I'm making videos by myself. Another reason why I got into making videos about video games was to have a kind of weekly project, an ongoing project that I could always come back and work on. In grad school, I did that. I made a weekly video series about things happening on campus, about events and stuff like that. I started to miss not having a weekly project. So I figured I could start a YouTube channel and do, 3 videos a week. And the final reason why I started making videos about video games is it gave me an opportunity to practice all aspects of video editing continuously. I would be doing voice acting, I'd be doing script writing, I'd be doing, animation, I'd be doing just getting more efficient at my workflow and cutting things easier. So it was all just win-win-win for me. There was no negative to starting this. What is the worst part about making videos? Whenever I make a video that's not a Let's Play, I always run into the same problem. It's after I record the voiceovers, I hate putting it together in my timeline. I hate listening through it and cutting and picking the best parts. Oh my God, please just stop it. Let me get it done. It takes forever. And I don't know any way to make it better, to make it less painful, or to speed it up. It's the slowest part. Most of the time, there's nothing happening on screen. I don't even mess with picking video clips. It's just straight listening to audio and just trying to make it good. I'm listening for any clicks, any mouth noises, any gross stuff like that, and I hate it. I just wish I could skip that part. But I'm not that great of a speaker where I could just do it in one shot and be done with it. I have to do a zillion takes, even with this video. What are your hopes and goals for your channel? Well, first of all, I would love to grow my audience. I think this is great. At this point, I have 21 subscribers, and I'm pretty sure more than half of them are people I don't know, which I think is pretty good. I'm not doing this to become YouTube famous or anything like that. I'm just doing this because it's fun. And my goals would be, of course, to get more people to see my my content, because that helps me know that I'm doing a good job at what I'm making, that the stuff I'm putting out there is pretty high quality. Other goals include writing more game changers. I want to do more reviews. I wanted to originally do every other month be Game Changers review, but each one started becoming a bigger and bigger beast until that kind of wasn't attainable. And I don't hold myself to that schedule so tightly, because I do work a regular 9-to-5 type job. So I can't dedicate a lot of time to working on those videos. But I would like to do more of them. I would like to do a video about why Halo 4 just really didn't make sense and go into more details about that. Still like doing the Loot Crate videos. I just want to get better at everything I do. I'd love to get some more guests on the Let's Play portion of the channel, get some other opinions and just some back to forth banter, because it can be kind of boring just listening to me talk, and I'm pretty sure you're probably bored right now. But yeah, those are my hopes and dreams for my channel, and it would be great to see them come to fruition. Are there any projects you're looking forward to? As a matter of fact, yes there is, and that project is the reason why I'm filming in my workspace here. My living room is right now being used as a cosplay studio. I am building a costume for MagFest this year. I'm really excited for it because I haven't cosplayed anything recently. Like, I always got excited for Halloween, and I started to realize, like, I'm getting too old to do the Halloween thing, but I could still go to conventions and spend a lot of time and effort and make something really cool. So I'm not gonna spoil what it is. I'm gonna make a video about it, don't you worry. But I'm really excited for this, and it's coming along really great. So look for that in February when I finish. What other YouTube channels do you typically watch? I have pretty much replaced TV with YouTube, and there are a lot of people I watch on YouTube. Many of them are related to gaming, many of them aren't, and you know, a lot of them inspire me for different reasons. Some of it's just, you know, working, the environment they work in is inspiring, where they're, you know, working and just getting better at their craft. I'm like, yeah, this is awesome, this inspires me. Or some of it's just teaching. I have put a strong value, I really value education. So I just, you know, I get into all kinds of things. So some of the ones that I like, gaming related. The Game Grumps are one of the ones I watch daily. I watch Jontron, Brutal Moose, PBG, Peanut Butter Gamer, Pro Jared, The Completionist, Satch Bags, a whole lot more. I'm sure I'm missing some. When it comes to educational YouTubers, I like watching the Vlog Brothers like Hank and John Green, and all the work they do, all their like sub channels like Crash Course, Healthcare Triage, The Brain Scoop, Sexplanations. The other ones too that aren't related to the Vlog Brothers are Veritasium, ASAP Science, Minute Earth, Minute Physics. I also really started to like car channels. Like I was not much of a person who's interested in cars, and I'm not really, I wouldn't call myself one now, but regular car reviews is hilarious. Chris Fix does great videos about just like general car maintenance, and it just seems so accessible. It doesn't feel like he's talking down to an outsider. And there are a few other ones that, you know, don't really fall into a specific category, like MKBHD. He does great reviews on tech and computers and stuff like that. There's He Productions, or H3H3. I don't know how you say it, but that shit's hilarious. Filmmaking stuff like Every Frame a Painting, Film Riot, Frame by Frame, Filmmaker IQ. There's a lot of stuff I watch on YouTube. It's a very incomplete list, but if you want to know more, if you have any more questions, just shoot them my way and I could send you links to stuff. What is the funniest moment you've had while playing video games? The funniest gaming moment that comes to mind is when my friends were playing Trials HD and they accidentally reset the level and got really pissed. Now, if you've never played Trials HD, it's a almost like a Twitch-based, really precise motorcycle, like dirt bike game where you gotta, you know, complete an obstacle course. And they were trying really hard. They just skipped right to the hardest levels, and they were trying really hard to beat it. So they were failing and failing and failing, and they were like at probably the next to last checkpoint before they completed the level. And my buddy Patrick hands the controller to his brother Kevin, and Kevin starts playing, and he slips and presses the reset button, and it resets the progress for the entire stage, sets everyone back at the beginning. And Patrick gets so angry that he takes off his sandal, throws it on the ground, picks it back up and throws it a second time. His reaction sums up how we felt about that game. And what's better about it is I got it on tape. So roll that clip.
Before lean back, while gunning it, you gotta gun it right when you lean back. Oh!
Oh, God!
I can't believe how bad you are.
Oh my god.
How do you get your boyfriend less obsessed with video games and have him want to do more things with you? That is a tough question. Right now there are a lot of big games that just came out, like Star Wars Battlefront and Fallout 4, and these games are sucking a lot of people's time. They've been highly anticipated, and people sometimes when they play tend to not realize how long they've been playing. But I think ultimately what this question is asking is, how do you change another person's behavior? And the short answer is you can't unless they're ready to change their behavior on their own. So my advice is, if you're in this situation, is to be open and honest with your communication. Let your partner know that them playing video games is making you feel ignored, forgotten, neglected, and you would like to spend more time with them. Sorry, can't be much more of a help, but it's just better just to say it than rather be quiet and hope that it changes. What is the best Minecraft map that you have ever made? The best Minecraft map that I have ever made was a replica of my freshman year dorm. I have a video that you can click on and watch it, and because I do like a full tour of what it looks like, and I have pictures of what the thing looks like in real life. It was kind of interesting because it was my first real experience playing with creative mode in Minecraft, and that hall was actually going to be torn down and rebuilt. So it was like the last chance to actually still walk the halls of Littell as it used to be. But I have a few other maps. I have a server that I play on with some of my friends, and we make some pretty cool things, towers, lighthouses, castles, stuff like that. But I also have another interesting video of it's not necessarily a full map, but I have an interesting portion of the same creative world that I built the dormitory, the residence hall in. And I built, what it is a redstone dance floor that lights up in different patterns. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to upload that video right here. It may not work. It might get taken down because it got some copyrighted music in it. But if you catch it while it's up here, I thought it was interesting, and it's fun, it's cool. So yeah, those are my Minecraft maps. What is the worst game that you have ever played? Funny you should ask. I actually reviewed the worst game I've ever played, and you can go ahead and click on this link and check it out. It's called Darkened Sky, and it is terrible. It's a train wreck. I'm getting sick just thinking about it. What's the best console ever made? Well, if you're going by this objectively, it's gotta be whatever the current generation hardware is. I mean, come on, just by specs alone, it's blowing everything else out of the water. But if you want a more subjective answer, I think the best console was the GameCube. Really, it was that era of, GameCube, PS2, Xbox, because that was when we first started to really get a glimpse at, this is the future. These look like people. Like, you're playing Tony Hawk, it looks like Tony Hawk. You're playing a basketball game, it looks like a basketball player. They look like humans and not like, blocky cartoons, for the most part. And yeah, it does look a little bit dated, but it was like the first glimpse at what we were going to get, and I think that was great. The GameCube had so many good games on it too, and those have good place in my heart. All the Zeldas that came out for that, Mario Sunshine, Star Fox Assault, Phantasy Star Online. Just so many good games. Just I love them. I don't think that there's a GameCube game that I own that I don't like. Except Darkened Sky. I hate that game. What is the one best thing you've gotten from a loot crate? If I had to pick one, my favorite thing that I've gotten from loot crates so far has been this Vault Boy bobblehead, because it's like what they actually have in the video game. And look at it. It's Vault Boy. Bobblehead. Can you imagine if the bomb went off, tonight, and then all that's left is like in the ruins of my apartment, this one little guy is still there, and it'd be like it became a reality. Yeah. That's morbid. Well, that's all the time I have for questions. Thanks for sending them in. If you have any more, you can go ahead and send them to my Facebook page, Psychotria. You could send them to me on Twitter at Psychotria Plays, or you could, just leave them in the comments of videos. I would love to do another Q&A video, and I had a great time. So, thanks for joining me for this 1-year celebration, and I hope to see you next year when we celebrate year number 2. All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.